Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Wright, to negotiate a resolution to the war that President Trump started with Iran illegal war, he has sent Vice President Vance, Steve Witkoff, who is a real estate developer and the president's special envoy, along with the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who leads his investment firm managing billions in assets from Saudi Arabia. And none of these three people have expertise on nuclear energy or nuclear weapons, and they are supposed to be negotiating a new nuclear deal with Iran, right? So is anyone from the Department of Energy going to be in the room with the Iranians while the vice president and the others are negotiating a new nuclear deal with Iran?
So thank you for the question, Senator. We are in contact with all three of the parties you mentioned on the nuclear issue, what would be required, how we might implement such a deal. So we are absolutely involved in that process and have been from the start.
Is there a name? Is there somebody with expertise from the Energy Department who is constantly in touch? Who is this person?
Well, the number one of that person is me. We have a background in nuclear as well, but people on our non-proliferation team have been engaged as well. In fact, we have a special team that is focused on solutions to the Iran situation, depending upon which way it goes.
Does anybody have the kind of expertise that Secretary Ernie Moniz had when he participated in the JCPOA?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Who?
Our whole team of nuclear non-proliferation of weapons.
You see by my questions that I have some major skepticism about it because these negotiations took a long time. It took a number of countries, and it was just immediately torn up by the president. Moving on. Hawaii is increasing its use of renewables to find cheaper and cleaner sources of power because Hawaii people pay among the highest, if not the highest, for energy.
The highest.
And you're nodding. Thank you for acknowledging that. And our utility customers on Oahu have been warned to expect power bills to rise up to 30% over the next several months due to the higher oil prices from President Trump's war of choice. That is a $40 to $60 higher power bill every month for an average customer, on top of record amounts that we also pay probably the most at the pump, if not the most, for gasoline. Did you understand the harmful impact on energy prices for consumers in Hawaii and the rest of the country and parts of the world, as a matter of fact, before the president launched his illegal war against Iran?
Absolutely, Senator. Iran has been a threat to global energy supplies for 47 years. I think it was very clear-eyed that to solve this problem—
Mr. Secretary, a lot of the energy that is provided is through the Strait of Hormuz, which was open, and now it's closed. Cause and effect, rising prices of oil, rising prices of energy. Is that something that you did not contemplate happening before the president declared his illegal war?
No, we knew exactly what would happen.
It doesn't seem like it, because the president doesn't know how to end this war, how to reopen the straits.
I think
the war and the president's— Are you telling me you have a handle on this?
Repeat the question, please, Senator.
Are you telling me that you are involved in opening the Strait of Hormuz so that the energy prices, which are directly impacted by the closure of the strait, is going to ease? Are you directly involved in making that happen?
Look, I'm the primary energy advisor to the president and have been discussing the Iran situation, potential solutions to the Iran situation since the day I was sworn in.
You mentioned that you have some background in nuclear. I didn't know that. I thought you were the CEO of an oil company. But be that as it may, there's no end in sight with this, what I would call the illegal war. You know, the reference of the war of choice, what is that? It's an illegal war that the president declared. And where is the end here? Are oil prices going to go down? Are people going to be able to look to the lowering of gasoline prices? When you have people to fill up their cars, it now costs like $50, $60 more. You see, that's something that people cannot sustain.
I agree with you. Energy prices are higher than they've been before right now. They're still more than $1 a gallon cheaper than they were during the peak in the Biden administration. And we're fixing a 47-year problem in the Middle East that'll increase the security of energy supplies after this war than before the war.
Frankly, that is really hard to believe. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.